Hi, this is Rob Leo, and in this tutorial we're going to continue to look at Pear Deck. In previous videos you saw how to get started, create a Pear Deck from scratch and add some interactive questions. You also saw how to import a Google Slides presentation and make those interactive. We then looked at a live session, how students might see it, as well as asking some questions on the fly and retrieving results after the fact. What I want to look at next are some of the add-on tools, and I'm here at the Pear Deck homepage, and down below you can see you have some add-ons. What we'll do is just activate each one of these. You just want to give it permission to do what it's intended to do. You can integrate with Google Classroom. Please note this is a premium feature. So again, if you're interested in a premium account, please contact me and I'll get you a secret code to get a free premium upgrade. Classroom Climate lets you check for students' emotional intelligence and see how they're feeling on a particular day and give some feedback. Takeaways is another great tool where you can have a Google Doc published for each student with all of the results and slides that they had. So now that those are all activated, let's look at some of the details. I'm going to shut up and let them explain it to you. If we look at Google Classroom integration, for example, you can allow your class lists to be directly imported. Let's see how.
Pear Deck is an app that connects teachers to every single student. So during class, teacher starts a session and gets a code like ABRPE. And then each student goes to peardeck.com/join, types in ABRPE, and is connected. The teacher sees students as they join Pear. The code is super easy, but by integrating with Google Classroom, we've made this process easier. With Classroom enabled, I can click Invite a Class, load my classroom rosters up to date, and just choose a class I want to invite. When I invite them, all of the students I'm expecting show up, and I can tell who I'm still waiting for. Also, the student, instead of having to type in a code, can go here and see, oh, I have a session to join, and join it automatically. Pear Deck gives you the power to connect to each one of your students in each one of your classes, and classroom integration gets you there so fast.
Not that it's confusing to join it, have a join code, but nonetheless, integrating with Google Classroom makes it easy to do what you already do so the students can get to the place where you want them to be. Let's continue to look at some of the add-ons. What we'll look at next is the Classroom Climate add-on.
Students have a lot going on outside of the classroom that affects their learning. With Classroom Climate, give your students an opportunity to check in. On their devices, students respond to the prompt, "How are you feeling today?" In the session dashboard, you can see how the entire class responded, and open the session roster to see why some students may not be responding as usual. At the end of the lesson, students can give a thumbs up or down on how they think the lesson went. So you can get a quick idea of how effective your deck is and find correlations between a student's mood and their feelings of success. With Classroom Climate, gain insight into the role emotions play in the classroom. Give students a voice in lesson feedback and help build their emotional intelligence.
All right, and one last look. We'll look at the takeaways. This looks like another handy tool. And I'll just share with you the overview. So this last one, takeaways, looks like a pretty powerful tool for the teacher to get some insights about each student's individual performance, and then just simply use the commenting tools that are already built into Google Docs, so that not only does the document contain how the students performed on each slide, but also allows the teacher to add comments to the student and share it back with the student. Really great example of Google Docs integration and giving effective feedback to students. One last thing we'll take a look at is making the Pear Decks student paste rather than teacher paste. And to do that, we're just going to go back to our session. We're just going to go back to our session in progress. Let's say we open up the projector view of it. From my dots on the menu, what I can do with this session is turn on student paste. And when I do so, your students are now in student paste mode. Navigating through the slides in student paste mode will not affect the projector or student displays. To bring everyone back together, turn off student paste. So if you'd like to do this instead of lock-stepping students, perhaps some students will answer your questions faster, you can simply turn on student paste, and then what the students should see, bear with me just 1 second while I pull up the student screen. The student should see that they are now in self-pace mode. They're going to use the arrow controls to begin the journey. So again, the student can navigate through the slides. They're not going to be able to give the same kind of information. Actually, yes, they could. You can drag that stuff where needed. So it allows a student to go back and forth without waiting for the teacher. So a lot of great tools. Again, for a premium account, please let me know. Then you can access all the features for the remainder of the school year. Hope you found this tutorial useful and hope you enjoy using Pear Deck. Thanks for listening.